Happy Wednesday, everybody. WAP Wednesday, if you're in the know. Otherwise known as it's frickin' Showdown Wednesday or Friday Eve, if you will. Yes, last week I mentioned that intro music makes me want to do the conductor thing, and I'm sitting here waiting for the intro to get done, and I see the backstage people. One of them is doing the conductor thing with it, and it's made me chuckle a little bit. So thank you, everybody, joining in. This is, excuse me, the last battle of the final four. This one here decides who the other half of the final is going to be. Will it be our friend Randall, the Whiskey Shaman, or will it be our friend Chelsea Uncharted? It's going to be a tough game. It really is. So without any further ado, let's bring him on. And as always, ladies first. Here is Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. I am set up in our new house that we just moved into last week.
Excellent.
Got my whiskey boxes unpacked today.
Cool. And so you have your little thing in the background. I see you got your flag up. That's awesome.
Yep.
I know that's an important piece for you.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So through this competition, round one, you scored yourself 7 points, which is a pretty normal score for most people going through. Round two, you scored yourself 12 points. And round three, again, with the 7 points. So you're at a total of 26 and in the final four. So excellent. How has it been so far for you? Enjoyable? Nerve-wracking?
Not nerve-wracking at all. I don't really get camera shy, but no, it's been fun. Get to try some different things and test my at least the proof skills and things like that, which I wasn't sure if I had. So that's been good.
Yep. Test your mettle a little bit, see where you stand.
Yeah.
I like it. Have you been having fun with it?
Oh, yeah.
Is the most important question.
Absolutely.
Good. All right. Well, let's meet your competitor today, the Whiskey Shaman, Randall. Here he is.
Oh, no. I don't want to do it.
Randall,
what
how
up?
you doing, buddy?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you. Thank you for having me once again.
Absolutely. Well, you earned your spot here.
I mean, yeah, but still.
Speaking of, well, let's see. You took down on your very first battle, which you were very nervous about, was Laura from Lost Lantern. Which
anyone should be.
I was nervous for you because
Absolutely.
I pretty much thought she was going to mop the floor with you.
Thanks.
Is what I kind of thought. So, no offense. I just
no, none taken. I mean, she should
amazing,
have.
So.
She should have.
But you, sir, you scored yourself 9 points in round one, 7 points in round two, and 10 points in round three. So you as well are at 26 points.
So matched up pretty
good.
What
a coincidence. I did not do the math beforehand. I didn't know that was actually happening. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So so we got 26 points against 26 points here. I like it.
I do too.
All right. So for question for both of you guys, out of these samples so far, the 9 samples prior to these 3, your favorites or your favorite of the 9. Randall, what do you got?
It was the Ardbeg Supernova.
Okay.
Only because I had never had it and I thought it was something completely different. And I love Ardbeg. And I don't want to go mainstream on you because there was a lot of really good craft pours as well, but that one just stood out to me and it was really nice.
I know we're both of us, and Chelsea, I think you may be a little bit as well, but way into the craft whiskey scene. Just give me the craft. I don't need the big brands. But there is definitely some big brands out there that knock it out of the park. and they're a big brand for a reason because they do a great job. Ardbeg, I think, is one of them. Had a little hairy moment. What was it, about 2 years ago, where they were dropping special releases like Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
On Easter Sunday. It seemed like every 3 weeks there was a new special release from them, and it was like, okay, you're going to run out of stocks, and you're not going to be able to make your flagship. So I hope they know what they're doing, but it looks like they've tamped it down a little bit, and they've come back to just putting out good stuff again. So, Chelsea, how about you?
I'm going to go with the Copperworks ASM.
Okay.
It was unique. It kind of tricked me a little bit because I think that was one that I didn't even think was an ASM.
Okay.
I forget what, I don't know if I said maybe like a high rye bourbon or something. It just had a totally different feel. And typically those are pretty distinctive. So it was a good pour.
That was the Copperworks 22-2. So yeah, that's a fantastic whiskey. One of my favorites from them. But yeah, that definitely is a throw off whiskey if you are not sure what you're drinking. It could come across as a lot of different things. So, all right. Well, you guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and open your samples, get them in the glass, let them breathe up a little bit.
Okay.
Just don't lose track of which one's which.
Never.
While you guys are doing that, let's see. Let's do this. You might as well go ahead and get started sniffing and tasting on sample number 1. I am going to do a little roll call while you guys are getting prepped. We got a smoked by Ash Joe here. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate you. Brian F says happy WAP. Happy WAP. Whiskey Shaman says he's stoked. Psych Man, rooting for the Shaman. Thanks, Psych Man. Appreciate you. Whiskey Addict Mike is in the house. Adrian Shine, our friend Adrian, is here. Also saying happy WAP. Chelsea is here. Whiskey Deek, he's here scoping out who he's going to be going up against. Not next week, the week after. We got to have a week off. What else we got? Bourbon with Friends is here. Thank you, Bourbon with Friends, sponsor of the show. Excellent podcast. Check them out if you haven't already. It's got a spicy strawberry. Caesar. Chase Neal is here, rooting for Chelsea. So we got one rooting for Whiskey Shaman, one rooting for Chelsea so far. Thanks for joining.
He's mine.
He's yours. Oh, boy. Seaway Whiskey Wire's here. Guys, go check Seaway Whiskey Wire out. Doing some cool stuff over up there in Canada by the Seaway. I'm assuming the Seaway would be the St. Lawrence Seaway. Correct me if I'm wrong there, buddy. We got a Patty in the house. She's here. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, the comments are a little light this evening. A.
Hey.
I'm from Canada South. We also say A here a lot.
This first one on the nose is super. I don't know. It's feeling pretty proofy to me, which of course I did have a little test pour beforehand of the 1845 double oaked. It's a Texas whiskey, a double oak bourbon. So I thought maybe it was just the oak presence of that coming off of this, but it's not. It's hitting me pretty hard in the nose.
Patty asking what everybody is drinking, and the two people on your screen are trying to figure that out at the moment. However, everybody else in the chat, please go ahead and answer that question.
That's kind of the job, right? That's kind of our thing right now. Wow.
Yeah, high proof, sweet, and a little, I don't know, little herbal, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man.
Whiskey House Pub House is here. Thanks for joining.
Ooh. Yeah, she's a little spicy.
It is spicy.
Dylan, man, I'm losing it with the names today.
It's all good.
Guys, if you haven't checked out Whiskey House Pub House, go check him out. Spicy Strawberries drinking water. That's lame.
We got to do it sometime.
Adrian drinking Russell's Reserve 13. I'm assuming, unless there's a rich and rare 13 out there.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, Smoked by Ash Joe, drinking Guinness. You like your Guinness, buddy. Caesar's rooting for the tequila. Good man.
Well, no.
Whiskey Deke is drinking a bottle, your own Elijah Craig barrel proof. That's interesting.
Wow.
And Indri 3 Wood single malt. Nice. How's that?
Indri's doing some really cool stuff.
I enjoy. I don't know. It's not the 3 Wood, but I do have an Indri single malt, and I do enjoy it. It's very nice.
Some say it's sourced, but I don't know. It doesn't say on the bottle.
My guess is the Indian laws are a little more laxed, than some others. Yeah. I myself, I'm dripped out in whiskey ASM apparel today. I have a Whiskey Del Bach shirt on, so I am drinking a Lost Lantern bottling of Mega Mesquite. It is a Whiskey Del Bach. This is a super smoked from them. Also, Lost Lantern was the choice because today was release day for the spring release.
I know.
So, if you haven't already, take a look at their website. Take a look at Sealbox, whoever. If you go to Lost Lantern's website and you put in your state, they will direct you to the correct place to order their stuff from.
Are they shipping through Sealbox? Did you say that?
No, they ship their shipping fulfiller is Speakeasy. So if you order on Lost Lantern's site, Speakeasy is going to be the one doing the delivery or shipping. But they also send out a bunch of stuff to Sealbox, so you can go on Sealbox and order, and that covers the states that Speakeasy does not.
Oh,
Bourbon with Friends is drinking my next unicorn bottle, 12 Springbank 12 cast strength.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
I was able to secure my first unicorn, so now I had to pick another unicorn.
What was your first?
Springbank 18.
Oh, yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Actually, Whiskey Deke found it in a store down by him, sent me a message, and went and picked it up for me. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I still haven't
the whiskey
tried.
community is great. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chelsea.
I haven't tried Springbank yet.
Oh, yes, you must.
That's on my to-do list.
I do recommend the 10 as a jumping off point. It's a absolutely perfect expression. In fact, between the 10 and the 15, I 100% prefer the 10. If you're into heavy sherry, the 15 is quite a bit more sherry.
Yeah, I don't mind some, but I don't like it when it's too pronounced.
Yeah.
No, you can drown it in sherry. I'd be fine.
You know, and the funny thing is, some of my favorite whiskeys are full sherry maturation. So, you know, they're sherry bombs. However, it's not like they purposefully over sherried the whiskey. Like, it was done purposefully, and it was done, you know, very well, and it adds to the distillate versus covering it up, so to speak. I have not had the 12 Deke. Oh,
all right.
Well, that may be a message after the show, buddy.
Yes, please.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
All right. I think I've got it down, but it's This one's questionable.
We missed out on any tasting notes other than Randall saying it was a little proofy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I guess the nose kind of followed. I mean, it was, or the palate followed the nose. It was definitely proofy. Still had a little bit of that herbal kick, but it's sweet too, so it's a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if let's see, we start with the ladies first. So Chelsea, you're going to fire them off. So if you're ready and Randall's ready,
I am.
You are. Then you can, whenever you're ready, Chelsea, you can let me know what you got.
Okay. I'm going to go with bourbon. 64 ABV. I learned my lesson last time. New casking for specific category, high rye. And then I'll stick with 64. And then specific casking, just new white oak. And then I'm going to go with the 291 high rye.
Excellent.
All right. We're going to be pretty similar, I can feel. I picked bourbon as well. I did 61% though. In new oak. I as well put high rye bourbon. But the proof I did 121.2. Why? I don't know. It felt good.
Hey, when it feels good, it feels good.
Absolutely.
You can't argue with a feeling.
No. And new American oak. And for my distillery, I did Elijah Craig and the East Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B523.
And your distillery was
Elijah Craig. Whatever, whoever makes Elijah Heaven Hill. Sorry. God. I don't know bourbon. Leave me alone. All these conglomerates making 100 brands.
that is annoying. I do find that to be very annoying.
It's probably Buffalo Trace. Who knows? No, it's not. It's not. It's Heaven Hill, I think. Shit. I'm supposed to know that stuff. Like, it's kind of my job.
Yeah. I'm better with the craft stuff than I am with having the big ones memorized and who has all the different. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I personally don't. I actually pay very little attention to who owns who and who's making what and all of that stuff. I don't really care all that much. And because of the fact that I'm more into craft whiskey, and obviously they're making their own stuff and nobody else owns them generally. Yeah. All right, guys, go ahead, get into sample number 2.
Oh, that's crazy. It's like playing, like falling off the glass really fast. That doesn't mean anything, but I just like to do it because it makes me look fancy. Thinking always.
All I know is that the too dark to be Scotch has held up so far.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Pretty dark.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Man.
Bringing it back, Joe. Love it.
Yeah, this one's definitely spicier than the other one. Not as sweet.
I'm hoping that's not a dig. I am fancy. I'm fancy as hell.
You fancy AF, man.
This one's burning the nose too, but it has some fruitiness that it's making me think it's something. Obviously, it's something, but it's something that I'm thinking it is, but it's a little too fruity, like me, for that. So, man. Whew. All right, let's go. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
On a related note, guys, if you have not tried a Del Bach whiskey, absolutely try a Del Bach whiskey. They have an unsmoked and a smoked. Both are fantastic, but if you're nervous on the smoke or whatever, they have an unsmoked one. They are some of the best youngest ASM out there. I mean, we're talking some of their whiskeys are 11 months old. Just by location of where they are, size of the barrels they use, and all that stuff. Those whiskeys are ready early, and they're fantastic. Mark is a fantastic distiller and also a very good blender. If you get a chance to see any kind of interviews with Mark, I cannot pronounce his last name. It starts with a V. Vellier, something like that. If you get a chance to see any interviews with him, he's awesome. He's just an awesome dude. So
coming soon.
Yeah, you got Del Bach coming on. Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We're working on it. It's an email back and forth train. You know how that goes. My schedule don't do this. Your schedule can't do that. So.
Right. And there's a time zone difference.
I like to do my stuff at night, and he wants to go home and take a nap, so I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, hey, I'll do this. I'll take off of work to talk to Del Bach all day long. You know what I mean? I don't care about that.
My toilet's overflowing. I don't care. I'm talking to Del Bach today.
Absolutely.
Whiskey Franco is joining us. What's up, buddy?
I'm looking through your list because, man, this one's got me puzzled.
Yeah.
Because I think it's something, but I also think it's something else. And it's like, I'm getting a lot of that spice again. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, but there's still something like a sweet in the background. So I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's sweet like barrel sweet or if it's sweet like other barrel sweet, if you know what I mean.
I think it's trying to figure out what that other barrel might be.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to give it away. I don't want you to win. That's the whole point. I don't want you to win.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. I don't want to be on the same team though. That's the thing. They dominate. Man. I mean, it's burning the top of my mouth. So.
What gives you the burn, usually?
Either, and this is just me, either it's rye spice or it's proof, obviously. But normally it can be the rye spice because it gets on the back of my front lip and it kind of almost, I don't know if I'm allergic to it or not, but almost like you can feel it. Like you can feel the ethanol on there. So I get that a lot from rye, especially finished rye, which not trying to say that's what this is, but because it is, peated scotch. Peated scotch, I said it.
The fucking chat never disappoints. I asked you what gives you the burn. We got 1.
Herpes.
2. 3. Yeah.
Herpes in the clap. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.
And this is why I don't share at work any of this.
Mhm. I don't blame you.
I totally understand. Yeah, and then I'm live streaming it right now on my channel. So like we it's one of those things. Everybody
Oh,
talking
boy.
shit.
Look at this guy.
Uh-oh.
That's my brother.
I kind of figured.
That's I don't know if he's watched these live before or not, but
you tuned into the best one.
This is the first time he's chatted in, I'm sure.
Let's go back there.
Uh-oh, you found something. Highlight that.
Yeah, some of this is, I'm having a hard time deciding on the bottle.
Oh, man. Well, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. Oh, yeah, John, the chat is where it's at, man. These guys are clowns. These guys are absolute clowns.
And inbred, too. So,
I mean, I feel like clowns can be normal, or if you work for the carnival, probably what you suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a really good one.
A tough one with this one, huh?
Yeah, it's really good. It's intriguing. It has some funkiness to it. It has some proof to it, I think. It has some spiciness, which is everything I want in a good whiskey. So yeah, I'm really hoping that I'm right. That's all I'm hoping for. I'm just here for the fun, though. So.
Fucking Joe.
Wow.
Brian, I don't know if that could make Malort better or just ruin Cinnamon Toast Crunch forever.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some Malort and put some Amberana in it. See what it tastes like.
Well,
why not?
I mean, Amberana ruins everything. So maybe it's like it'll have that reverse effect on something so bad.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You're like,
I have moved on, by the way, to match my hat.
Okay.
The Westland 9.99 year.
Oh man, yeah.
Of the 10-year release. Yes, 1 day shy of its 10-year birthday. Lost Lantern did Westland a solid and didn't release a 10-year because Westland hasn't released a 10-year yet. So they give them the opportunity to do that before anybody else did it for them.
And they haven't released it yet, have they?
No.
No.
They are very close, and my guess is if they don't release a 10-year in 25 here,
right?
They're gonna hold out for a 12-year.
Oh wow.
That's just a guess, because I mean, obviously this is a 9.9. Right. I have another one down here from a indie that's like 9 years also, and that's a year-old bottling already. So I mean, they have it. It's that.
Yeah.
Remember, Westland was making very, very, very different whiskey 9-10 years ago.
Yes, they were.
I mean, they're not even using the same. Nothing is the same right now.
Right.
The equipment might be the same, but they're now using local barley, local peat, local wine casks. Everything is close to them. Whereas 9-10 years ago, there was sourced peated malt. There was, sourced wood and stuff like that. So yeah, very different whiskey.
And is that 9.9 finished at all, or is it just they're straight?
Nope. It's New Oak.
Wow.
Yep. Which is crazy that I like it because
Right.
ASM 10 years in a new oak.
Yeah.
Not typically my jam, but this is something else, man.
I'm ready whenever you are.
I am too.
Okay.
Chelsea's ready. Randall's ready. Randall, we're going to start with you this rip.
I'm freaking out right now. Just saying, I'm freaking out.
Snosberries taste like snosberries.
Yeah, well, So I'm going to put type rye. Yeah. I am going to do proof at 56%. Casking new. Now, if it has a used cast, do I need to put that only if it's used? And only, oh gosh. Anyway, it is new and used. So okay. I don't want to get a point deducted. It is new and used, but it's used. It's finished. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Wherever that sits.
So, and then, and I'll answer this for both of you at the current spot. Generic casking. There's 3 answers available: new, used, or new and used. Those are the only 3 answers available.
Okay. New and used.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put type straight rye whiskey. Proof 56.2. And new cask and used port. The distillery, Driftless Glen. And the bottle, the port finished. And who knows? It's Bunnahabhain.
If you got... All right. I'm not even going to go there. Chelsea, what do you got?
Man, this was a tough one. I could not get things to line up the way that I wanted to make it make sense. So I feel like I've got some stuff all over the place. But I also went with rye.
Thank you.
Went with 62. I said new and used. And a finished rye. Stuck with 62. And just the new white oak, and then also used bourbon barrels, which I'm just totally making up because I don't even know if that matches the bottle that I picked.
Right.
but there's something there. I just can't figure it out. And then I'm kicking myself, Jerm, because I know that I've heard you guys talk about this bottle in the past, and I couldn't remember some of the details, but I remember you saying it was good. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe you slipped it into one of these samples. I went with the Great Northern Bad Cop.
Ooh. We have talked about that once or twice. All right. Guys, excellent stuff. You guys go ahead. Get into sample number 3. Yeah, I think I may have mentioned it once or twice. All right. While you guys are digging into sample number 3, I'm going to drop a little stuff from our sponsors. Guys, Richard's Liquors. I've talked about them. You know about them. Come to Wisconsin, you better stop there. No questions asked. Also, April 16th, the final showdown, the final battle. Whoever it's going to be.
Countdown.
That's right. I am going to be doing the show live from Richard's Liquors. So, whoever wins, whether it be one of you two or Whiskey Deke, who we know is in it, we will be able to do the pick your dick pick right off the bat. Right there, right then. And I mentioned him at the beginning, the Bourbon with Friends podcast. Guys, definitely an excellent podcast. Martin, Adrian, Brian, the editor Joe, sometimes a fill-in. Definitely great, great for people to listen to. They get on some really amazing guests that have very interesting things to say about whiskey and spirits and all kinds of stuff. Listen to them anywhere where you can find a podcast on. They are also available on YouTube at Bourbon with Friends. Find them on Instagram at BWF Podcast. And yeah, please, guys, go check them out. Great podcast. Listen to them. Fun stuff. Really, really fun stuff. And also 10th Mountain Whiskey and Spirits Company. I know I have probably a little bit of old information, but they are shipping to 42 states and counting. It may be more. They are in 32 states in retail. That may be more. Brian works really hard to get that stuff out there. Does a great job spreading the 10th Mountain across the country. 10th Mountain as a company does some awesome stuff with veterans. So please, if you're a veteran or know a veteran, which I'm sure everybody does, please check them out. 10thwhiskey.com is their website. Go look, see what they got going on. And, you know, if you feel inclined, please order something off there if they ship to you, or go ask your favorite retailer, see if they can bring them in.
This one is funky. Funky Comedina.
It's very citrusy.
Mm-hmm. But then on the taste, it gets like chocolatey. It's weird. It's got to be mellow corn. I'm sure it is.
Is that what you want me to write down?
Yeah, please. Please.
You're not trying to throw anybody off, are you?
No, not at all.
No. Why would I do such a thing?
Smells like something I've had before, which is a good sign. But I've had quite a few whiskeys. So not tonight, but, you know, in my life.
You dabbled once or twice?
Once or twice.
Yeah.
So, Jerm, have you gotten to any of those samples I sent you yet?
The recent batch?
Not to put you on the spot. Yeah, no, because there was some really cool things in there, like the Glen Scotia Mermaid, which is a unpeated Palo Cortado. I can't say the word. Palo Cortado. Palo Cortado finished. So it's one of the only Glen Scotia that has not been peated. So,
not to disappoint you, I've only gotten into one of them.
That's okay.
It was the Deer Hammer because there had been a lot of talk about Deer Hammer being fantastic, so I needed to check it out.
And
it was good. I haven't made a final decision on it yet. I drank half the sample. I try to split it up and put some time in between the two rips on it because obviously you know as well as anybody that my day could have been off that day and it could have been
absolutely
whatever it was. But yeah, my mission for the remainder of the summer, I guess, well, when summer actually does start here, as we had snow, is to weed out my sample collection here. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I do receive a few samples in the mail from people.
Oh, really?
Shocking.
Tell me how that works. I send them out and I get them back, sometimes tenfold. So I'm still a couple years ago. A friend of mine gave me 30 samples at one time,
Wow.
and blind too, by the way.
And they're all done, right?
No, I'm still working on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got maybe I think I've got maybe 12 of them gone, and about another 10 of them that are half gone.
So I'm looking at your list right here because in the beginning I didn't do that because I thought it was cheating and all of the things. But I'm like, when you have as many whiskeys as Germ has open, it's kind of hard to pick one. And he has some very obscure whiskeys that I've never even tried before. And so I'm sitting here going, is this one I've tried or is this not one I've tried? And then you're going through the list and you're like, I haven't tried half of these. And I feel like I've tried quite a few whiskeys besides all the Andalusias. I've had them, but yeah, it's pissing me off is what it's doing.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
No, you're not pissing me off. It's just pissing me off in my head, which,
I got you.
You don't want to fight that guy.
Yeah. No, he's a weird guy. Joe, you have an affiliate code for something that you would like people to use? I will absolutely send it. If you have a code, a link or whatever, send it to one of these guys in blue here, and they can pop it up in the chat. I would love to make you a moderator, Joe, but I don't know how to do it at the moment.
Yeah, it's a little difficult.
Yeah, I have to go into the stream on my phone while it's happening and do it.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to do is, and I don't know because I don't see it, but is that little heart down there in the bottom of the chat?
I don't see
one.
It's not for you. You guys won't see it either because you guys see the same thing I do. Well,
it's only on YouTube. You'll see it. The little heart. Yeah.
Right. I try to get rid of that, and I can't figure out where that is either. I do need a wheel of samples, Caesar. That would be fun. And it's one of the. I feel like it should be one of those things where you don't see any of the samples and you just spin it really fast, and all of a sudden one just comes shooting out of a little shoot in there, and that'd be fun.
I am ready. Shockingly,
Chelsea is ready. Randall, let me know when you are.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm just trying to find the bottle.
Yeah, you're good. Take your time.
No.
We're at 43 minutes. We got some time.
Yep. Okay. I don't have the distillery, but I think I have one. All right, got it.
Randall says he's ready.
I'm not, but okay.
You're not. All right. Well.
I'm good. No, we're good.
Chelsea, go ahead. What do you got?
I'm going to go with an ASM 59, new and used, and a finished ASM. I'll stick with 59 because every time I change it, I lose points. For this one, I'm going with new oak and then orange wine.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go with the quintessential orange wine cask ASM. Are you laughing because you picked the same bottle?
No, not the same bottle. Luckily.
All right, so perfect. Randall, what do you got?
All right, for generic type, I got single malt. For proof, I got 56. For cask, I got new and used. For type, I got American single malt. For proof, I got 56. For cask, I'm going to be a little different. New and sherry, port, and cognac, aka cigar. The Cedar Ridge cigar. Quintessential. Sorry.
That's awful close, though. That's a lot of very similar.
It is awful close.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I was writing down your sherry, port, and cognac while you said your distillery and bottle. What was that?
The quintessential cigar malt.
Okay. That's what I thought you said, but I wanted to make sure.
It is. But it's so chocolatey at the very end. Like, so good.
Yeah, I missed that one on the list too. I probably would have considered that. That's a good pick.
I don't know. It's probably the standard one.
It's a logical one, I would say, for what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Good stuff all the way through. So before we do the reveal, obviously the question is coming, you know it. Which of the 3 samples was your favorite?
Man, I actually like all of these a lot.
Yeah, these were all really good.
I might have to go with the first one.
Sample 1.
And I would go with the third one.
All right. So we're going to start with sample number 2. And I'm happy we're starting with sample number 2. And I will tell you why in just a few moments.
Because she nailed the bottle.
All right. So sample number 2. Chelsea, Randall, you both said rye whiskey. Neither one of you got that right. No point.
Shut up. Of course.
Chelsea, you said 62%. Randall, you said 56%. Chelsea, you're going to take a point on that.
Wow.
The proof on that is 62.9. So Chelsea, you were within the ±2.
Okay.
You both said casking generically new and used oak. Neither one of you are going to take a point on that. It is not new and used. Chelsea, you said a finished rye. Randall, you said a straight rye. No points there. It is actually a wheated bourbon.
Shut up.
And that is why I'm enjoying this reveal thoroughly. Chelsea, you stayed at your 62%. No points, but you were super, super close. 0.9 off. Randall, you stayed at, you went 56.2, so no points there. Specific casking, Chelsea, you said new and ex-bourbon. Randall, you said new and port. It is new and new only. Chelsea, you said Great Northern Bad Cop. Randall, you said Driftless Glen Port finished. So we have in favor of Chelsea on sample number 2, a 1-0.
Holy crap.
1 whole point.
And the bottle.
Shut up.
Larceny Barrel Proof. This is batch A123. So the distillery on that would be Heaven Hill. Larceny Barrel Proof. Chelsea.
Well, I mean, I don't drink that, so it makes sense why I wouldn't recognize any of that.
and I have seen this happen with my own eyes. You have said many, many times that you do not enjoy wheated bourbon. And I
Very
have
rarely.
seen you legitimately pick it out blind that it is a weeded bourbon. I've seen it. So I know it's not something that you're just fluffing. It's a real thing for you. And this one didn't come through with what you don't like with weeded bourbon.
Yeah.
So I love that how different certain things can be. I enjoy Larceny Barrel Proof. I think it's a great weeded bourbon.
I think what's funny is that the blind one that I'd have to go back and look. The blind one that I did with Will, where I picked that out.
Yep.
I want to say that was Larceny too, but it was a different batch.
Right. And
so it was even the same,
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So interesting.
We're going to move on to sample number 1 because this is slightly humorous as well.
Great.
I mean, please just stop. We suck. We suck. It's okay.
No, you don't suck. This is very difficult. Randall and Chelsea, both of you guys said bourbon.
It's a rye.
No points there. It is a rye.
I knew it.
Chelsea, you said 64%. Randall, you said 61%. So you guys are on the high end of the proof. It is actually 55%.
Oh gosh.
Which I guess makes sense if it's a rye that it.
Right. It's a little spicier.
Yep. Generic casking, you both said new, so you're both going to take a point on there. It is new oak and new oak only. Chelsea, you said high rye bourbon. Randall, you said high rye bourbon. So obviously you were picking up rye, but no points there. It is a straight rye. Again, we covered the proof. It's 55% or 110 proof. Chelsea, you said 64. Randall, you went 121.2. So no points on that one. Specific casking, you both stayed with new oak. So you're both going to take a point there. Chelsea, Exact Distillery, you said 291, and the bottle was high rye. The 291 HR is what it's called. That is not the bottle. Randall, you said Heaven Hill ECBP. You are going to take 2 points on the distillery. It is Heaven Hill Distillery.
Okay.
It is not ECBP. It is Pikesville Straight Rye.
Shut up. I love that.
So that one ends in a favor of to Randall 2-4. So we now have a total of 3-4 in favor of Randall at the moment.
Can we pause? I gotta go poop real fast. Going on.
Gotta go get that out.
Bored.
But you're a plumber. You don't have a bathroom right there in the
no,
the
I have a funnel that goes outside, but you can't poop at the funnel. So I'm sorry, Chelsea. I'm sorry. That was way too much. I said I was being PG tonight, and I'm very sorry. This is rude and crude and socially unacceptable.
It's PG. Poop is PG.
Poop is PG. You're right.
My 6-year-old talks about poop all the time.
Pooping in a funnel is not PG. Just saying. That's more like Jackass,
All right. On to the reveal for sample number 3.
Yes, please.
You guys are very, very close to each other on this bottle. You have been close to each other on all 3 samples, which is uncommon. Usually there's 2 samples where you guys are close and one that you are almost polar opposites on. And when I say you, I mean all the competitors in the show. Yeah. Okay. Generic category. Both of you guys said single malt. You are both going to take a point. It is a single malt. Chelsea, you said 59%. Randall, you said 56%. Randall, you were closer. Still no points. It is actually at 50%, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea, Randall, you both said new and used. So you both are going to get a point on that. It is new and used oak. Specific category, you both said ASM. Chelsea, just for future reference, finished ASM does not need to have the designation of finished because there is no specific cask requirements for ASM.
Right. Okay.
You stayed at 59%. Randall, you stayed at 56%. Again, the proof was 50% or 100 proof, whichever way you like to go. Chelsea, casking, you said new and orange wine. Randall, you gave me a laundry list. You said new, sherry, port, and cognac. Randall, you are going to take a point on that. You did get new oak and sherry.
Okay.
It is also in Calvados, American grape brandy, and Washington apple brandy casks.
So that's kind of cognac,
So there's new Gariana oak. Now I bet you know what bottle it is.
Oh God.
There is PX. There is Calvados. There is American grape brandy and Washington apple brandy. Exact Distillery, you both said Cedar Ridge. Chelsea, you said the orange wine finish. Randall, you said the Untitled Project cigar malt. It is actually
Westland. Sorry.
The Gariana 6th edition. Gariana is their outpost, one of their outpost range. There's 3 different versions of it: Gariana, Colère, and Solum. Gariana's focus is on the Gariana oak. However, this one has one of the lightest bits of Gariana oak in it, 25%, and the rest of the casking made up the rest of the 75%. So that being said, that one turns out at 3-4 in favor of Randall, with a total score for the 3 samples at 6-8.
Holy crap!
In favor of Randall. Randall, your Heaven Hill shot in the dark saved your ass.
So I'm going to go out tomorrow and buy every Heaven Hill I can find. Just saying.
Chelsea, I had this. I told you guys we had a little not bet, but kind of guess on who was going to win. One person said Randall was going to win by a small landslide today. He thought it was going to be like 11-6 or something like that. And I said Chelsea was going to win by 1 point. It was going to be 8-7.
If it wasn't for that Heaven Hill.
I only said that because of the weeded bourbon. I figured she was going to pull weeded bourbon out of that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen her do it, and I figured it was going to happen, and she was going to catch the point for that, and you guys were going to be almost matched up through, which you were.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but definitely an excellent guessing all the way through, guys. I mean, you guys did great. Realistically, I don't know if you could really get any closer without hitting it on the head. Obviously, you guys tasted rye in the
first one.
And that first one, calling it high rye bourbon, got the spice. The proof went up for your guesses.
Right.
The fruity notes that you were getting in the larceny, not super surprising to me. I get fruit on those as well. So. But
wow.
With that said, Randall, that means you're going to the final match, man.
I'm freaking out right now. Chelsea, I can't thank you enough for trying to kick my ass, and I appreciate it. We were so close on everything, and it just goes to show what good palates know. It was a blast. I had a great time, and man, Heaven Hill saved my ass once again. Not once again. They've never saved my ass in the past, but they came in clutch.
I'm not sure Heaven Hill gives much thought to the Whiskey Shaman, but
they have no idea who I am.
Right? They might now.
Hey, as of right now, they do.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Congrats,
Chelsea.
Appreciate it.
Excellent job all the way through. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you were busy. I know you've had a lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
So I appreciate you coming in and doing all this. It's been wonderful to have you on, and I really do enjoy having you here.
Yep.
Randall, I'm going to get sick of seeing your face, but
it's all right.
You're here. You're here, man.
Most people do.
And so that means, Randall, your next battle is April 16th.
Let's do it.
Day after tax day.
I already got my return back, so I'm good.
I know, but people like to call it tax day. You can go to McDonald's and get some cheap burgers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If they still do that, I'm not sure. They probably went from 69 cents to $3.69 and $3.89.
$72. It's fine.
Yeah. Right. So you are going up against the Deke, Whiskey Deke. So he's taken Marshall out.
Mm-hmm.
He's taken who else has he taken out? He's taken the Bourbon Heart out. He's taken Marshall out. He's taken Adam from Lost Lantern out.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
It's the underdog story, right? It's the typical underdog story.
It's the underdog story. For round 1, he scored 15 points. Round 2, 12 points. Round 3, 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
Round 4, which you can't. Well, you can now because you just scored 8. So that puts you at what? You were at 26, so 34.
Mm-hmm.
He scored 14 points in round 4.
So he's almost double. Almost double. It's fine. It's totally fine.
He was the hero that has watched himself become the villain, I think, is what happened here.
Absolutely.
I like that analogy.
I will defeat the Sith for sure.
We got wagers going on in the chat. $100 on Deke, Jeff says.
I mean,
thank you for joining, Jeff, by the way.
Come on, bro. Like, give me a little bit. You know?
Cinderella Story, Old Fashioned Ways says, Doc, thanks for joining, bud. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Doc. Wow.
But, guys, in the chat, I love you all. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for making this whole season thus far incredibly enjoyable. I appreciate every one of you. Randall, congratulations. Chelsea, great freaking job.
Absolutely.
And congratulations all the way through. Congratulations on the new house. I like the setup in the background. I love the flag. And hopefully we get to see a little bit more of you.
Yep.
So
sounds good to me.
All right. And with that, everybody, next week is an off week. I need a freaking break, man. No, realistically, I need some time to get the samples out to these clowns. So if I set it up for Wednesday, I don't know if I'd have the samples there in time. So I take the week off and do a little prep work. Again, April 16th, final battle, 7 o'clock, right here on this channel. If you hit that bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe, you will get the notification. If you follow me on Instagram at Freedom Malts, follow these clowns on Instagram, Randall at the Whiskey Shaman. Mm-hmm. Kelsey, I think you're still off at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, well, all this lovely government stuff is going on.
Absolutely. Understood. Other than that, guys, I thank you. Cheers to this American spirit. And until the next time, we'll see you. Crikey.